Alright guys, hey, welcome back to Urban's channel. I'm sorry, uh, I've not posted in a while. We have been really busy trying to take care of some stuff for the company. Um, uh, and a lot of this is coming out of my pocket, my private pocket. So just gonna have to bear with me. Uh, that's all I can say. Just bear with me, okay? Um, there's a couple of things I want to do real quick before I really get deep into this video. This video is going to cover some things that we've gotten to help with training and how we're going to utilize those things for training. Okay, so the first thing, if I can get it out of here, is this lovely little apparatus. Okay, on the case it says bullseyedryfire.com. Let me reach over here and grab a business card. If you guys decide to buy this product after I am done doing all of this, this is all the information. I don't know if you can see all that correctly or whatever, but I'll put it down in the links or comments or whatever for you, okay? I'll even take a picture of it and then do it that way as well, so everybody has a fair copy of this, okay? So, this is my buddy I met at a gun show. I explained this on a video just prior to this. Today I'm going to actually put it together and show you guys how this actually operates and works. So please forgive me if I get up and move around for a minute and do these things. But I just want to show how it works. I am going to start training on showing videos on training with this device. And then we're going to go from there. Now, before I get cranked up on this, I also want to introduce, nothing really special, but that being said, this is what I started my wife out on training when I started teaching her firearms. Airsoft. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Really good replica. Almost weighted perfectly for it. Same principles. When you shoot, everything is the same. This does 190 feet per second. When I got done training her with this to begin with, she's amazing. Magazine comes out. It's really slick. I like it. Now, it does not create the action of the slide going back and forth demonstration. Ta-da. Just makes a lot of little bang. BB comes out. You either hit or miss your target. That's basically how that works. So that is one. The other one I am going to show you. I'm going to also have to save my money and get one that I actually wanted. This is not it, but it's very close, and it'll do the trick for what we need right now as far as training, okay? Another airsoft. That's a tough one if you're doing it one-handed. Anyway, it's cocked, ready to go, and shoot to fire. Okay, and turn this around. On this side, you do have a safety and selector switch. Okay, right now it's on fire. That up there is fire. So we're going to move it over to safe. Right? Safe. Has the same capability as any of the other ones. Drop the magazine, clip down, out. Here we are. Reload it. And we're back in business. Cock it again to reinsert another BB, and you're in business to fire one round at a time. Which, listen, training in firearms is much like lifting weights and whatnot in that aspect. Now, a lot of y'all are going to go, oh, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. So as I discuss this, I'm going to put the other system in. Oh, that's bullshit. You don't need to you know, listen, when you're dealing with live fire and taking a human's life, especially in a combat situation, whether you are in law enforcement or not, I'm not in law enforcement, but I do, you know, protect my home and my family. And on top of that, I also do private security. So it goes around the board. When you train with live firearms, the biggest thing that will ever come about is being safe. Okay. Now that being said, you've got to be safe. You have to be. You don't have a choice in the matter. You really have to be safe when you're dealing with firearms and lives. Okay. So I told you that I was going to get this set up for you while we're doing this. But anyway, here's the cartridge for the Bullseye dry fire. My firearm. It is unloaded and it is safe. See, there's nothing in the barrel there. Nothing in the barrel. Okay. So now you can see that I'm safely doing this. Put the laser in. Okay. Before we move on with that, as I was saying about the airsoft pistols and dealing with live fire, I use these for muscle memory and trigger discipline. This way, if you do happen to come up and ping your buddy in the back of the head, you get a plastic BB instead of a 40 caliber round or a 9mm or whatever it is that you use. Okay, that is the biggest reason why I use airsoft, to train with and to train others with. It is for safety reasons. And this way, the muscle memory and the trigger discipline and various other things that we will go into at a later date. This is not for the video for this. This is for the other system. I'm just showing it. Hey, we have it, and we're going to start utilizing it, and this is the reason why. So, those are the reasons why we are using these to train with, so we can maintain trigger discipline, muscle memory, and advance our skills and hone them, so we can properly execute whatever it is that we have to execute, whether it's in our home or out in the field. Okay? Airsoft pistols. Okay. So, I'm going to do some moving around real quick, set this up so y'all can actually see what this is used for. This is one of the targets. You'll see it go off here in just a second, so you know what it sounds like and whatnot. Okay, so you can see the target. It is right there with the little lights. Firearm. My firearm has this little silver nipple on the back end that tells me that it's cocked. There's another nipple at the top of this that does not show at this point in time because it's not loaded. Okay. This one back here tells me it's cocked, fire pin's ready to go. So that's all I'm wanting to do with this right now. So I'm going to step to the other side because I'm dominantly right-handed. My lovely coffee pot and stuff in the background. Please forgive all that. Anyway, so you do your aiming just like you would anything else. You fire, you either hit it or you don't, obviously. But this also maintains and controls trigger discipline, grip, stability, aiming, and properly. Now, I just want to show you what it does, and that's what it does. I'm going to shut this off or it'll continue doing the noises. I don't mind the noises, I'm just not going to train right now. So, as I get set up and other things going, there will be other videos to come with all of this. The airsoft, the bullseye dry fire system, which I want to give a shout out to Mark Bain. His name is on the card. I'll deal with that here in just a second and make it ready for myself again. Anyway, Mark Bain. You can contact him at mark@bullseyedryfire.com. All one everything. The @ is the @ symbol. Again, I will take a picture of this and post all of this in the video underneath in the comments and the links, whatever. I don't know how close or far away to get for y'all to actually see that. If anything else, guys, there is the QR code. Use the QR code and it'll take you to dry fire. Okay? But that being said, please support my buddy Mark. Good feller. I'm going to do some actual training videos with this system at a later date. That way I can show y'all all of the stuff, okay? And we're going to have more cameras, actually, to be able to do this with, too. So, we're going to have some help. Speaking of more cameras, we're upgrading and updating our phones, which is what I do a lot of my filming and content with. And my phone is it, okay? We found out the other day they're basically outdated. We just need to upgrade them, which is not a big deal. Me and the wife are going to go accomplish this at the end of this week. We found out that they're being outdated and I'm missing business calls, plus her calls and other various phone calls and messages. So that being said, we're going to have a couple more cameras that we'll be able to use and better. And we'll hopefully be able to get some more angles to see everything. And as it gets nicer and prettier outside, we're going to start doing a lot of the stuff outside. So I'll set it up along my fence and we'll train out there with the airsoft rifle, the airsoft pistol, and the dry fire system. And we're going to do it at various different yardages. So, guys, I can't wait to show you all this stuff all together and get people out here training with me. The first probably set that y'all will see will be my in-laws and my son. And I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you guys, enjoy all the content and all the videos. Oh, before I forget, as I'm sitting here looking at the screen, thank you for our new subscribers. Guys, thank you very much. We appreciate it, Urban Security Agents. We do hope you like the content. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share. We would appreciate it, and it gets our name out. The more people we can reach and share knowledge about firearm safety and what we do here at Urban as far as a security company is concerned, is just to bridge the gap for police. We're there to help bridge a gap in between the community and the police. That way they can have the help, the community has the help, everybody has the help. That's what we're here for, okay? But that being said, we're going to have some new equipment. I do have my new shirt. It's dirty at the moment. I showed you the dry fire system and the airsoft guns as promised from my last video, that we were going to have some new stuff coming in. There are things that happened personally in our lives that has prevented me from getting on here and doing what I needed to do. Hence why we are doing it today. And if it was prettier outside, I would damn sure be outside doing this outside. But it is not, and I'm going to stay inside for the day. Today is kind of going to be my day of my videos, and probably fuck off for the rest of the day is probably what I'm going to do. Kind of redo my brain and do some other things. Again, guys, if you like this stuff, please like, subscribe, share. We thank you here at Urban Security Agents. Have a good day.